Hello, and welcome to your very first Visual Basic tutorial. Now in this tutorial we're going to be looking at some programs, obviously. So let me go ahead and show you one that I quickly made earlier. This is one of the things that I'll be making. We'll be getting into more advanced stuff than this, but this is just what we're going to be, one of the things we're going to be looking at. And this is a floor area calculator. Now, if in here I was to put, let's say 35.5, and for the length we would put 23. If we get area, we would get the area of the floor, well, the area of the room, and so that's what it would be. But if you wanted to get the volume, you would just put in this and hit get volume. And what that does is it times the width and the length by the height. So it would be 816.5 times 70, I do believe. So you can see this is one of the things you'll be doing. Now, just to clarify, just to show you, sorry, if you would to put nothing in these, you'd get an unhandled exception. We'll look at that and how to fix these. I just put them in, and here's one of the fixes. You see that it converts them all to 0 and gives you an area of 0. So yeah, that's one of the things. But first, let's get into a new project. So once this opens, hit new project and make a form application. Give it a name. We'll just give this print text and hit OK. It will then build the project, create it, sorry, not build. Slow computer. Takes a while, and then you'll get your form. Now, to run this as it is, to show you what your application will look like, you can go up here and click this green triangle button, which is debugging mode, or you can just hit F5 on your keyboard. Now if we click on this, it will bring up the window eventually. And this is where your is where your program is going to be withheld in. So if we close this, and we we need to go to our toolbox. Now I think originally this would be on the side over here in a tab. Just drag it out and put it to here or something. And then what we're going to need for this is we're going to need a button. So I'll plop that there, and we're going to need a text box. Now, if you're going to put some text into a text box, it would be pretty easy. All you would do is you would go to this properties tab here, and you can see that you have a lot of properties you can change. Now, if you were to go to, where is it? One sec. If you were to find text and put something like hello world in there, you'll see that once you run your program, the text would already be in there. So, you know, it's pretty simple. You know, you can do that just by editing a few things, but we're not looking at that. We are looking at event programming. So the first thing we want to do is we want to change the name up here from form 1, which can be done by, again, editing the text property once you click on the form. So we'll change this to something like hello world. And then we'll change the button text. We'll change this to click me. And we'll get rid of the text that's in this. Now, if you double click on this button here, it will take you into the code view, which is this here. If I just get rid of this, put it there a bit. Now, remember how I told you about the properties, like barely? In here is a few things. These are the properties of the element on the form. Now, a property is something that can be changed. For instance, the name, the text that's inside that, which currently says click me, which would be, of course, text. What we need to do is we need to change a property from the code. Now, it's easy. The first thing you need to do is you need to find the name, the name property of your button, which our name is button 1. I apologize for my voice. If we type in here, sorry, we need to find the name of our text box. So if we go up to text box and click on our name, it's text box 1. So we need to start writing text box 1. So we've done that, but now how do we change the property? Well, to change the property of something, you would put a dot, and then you get a list here of the properties you can change. The property we want to change is text, which comes up for you already. If you put a space and then an equal sign, and you put your quotation marks, you don't need to put a semicolon or anything like in PHP, for instance. There is no semicolons. And then put some text in here, like hello world. And if we run this now, you'll see that once the button is pressed, it says hello world. Now, of course, in here, I can just edit this and put whatever I want. Let's change that. Again, using the properties over here, we would change locked, no? You'd find read only and put it to true. And now when we run this program, and I hit click me, you see that the text is there, and I can select it, highlight it, do whatever I want, but I can't actually type in here. Another one that you might want to change, if we look at the program again, and you'll see that when I resize this, the elements don't seem to resize with the box. Now what you can do to prevent your users being able to drag the box around and make it look stupid, you can put on, where is this? Form border style from sizable to fixed single. If we run this now, you see that I don't get the arrows over here, and I can't actually resize it, but I can maximize. So if we wanted to change them from being able to maximize it, we would look for maximize box true and change it to false. If you want to get rid of minimize, you can just change that to false as well. And when we run it this time, you'll see that we can't maximize it, we can't minimize it, and we can't drag the box and size it. So what if we wanted to get some user input? Well, let's put another text box in here. Let's just drag this one down a bit to about there, and get another text box in here, and we could put, let's find this text box. We'll put a text box up at the top here. So, the way we would do this, if we wanted to get whatever the user typed into this text box to be displayed in this one, what we would do is we would find the name of this text box from our properties, which you can see is text box 2. So we would put, let's look at this. What we'll do is we'll do text box 1.text equals. Now, what we can do in here is we can put text box 2.text, and if we run this, you'll see that whatever I type in here gets displayed in this box. Now, if you were going to do this professionally, you wouldn't just put textbox1.text equals textbox2.text. the way you do this is you would use something called a variable. Now, in a PHP, a variable, what you would do is you would write your variable name equaling to whatever. In other things, you would do other things. But what you do in this is you would type dim. Now, dim is short for dimension, and then you would put your name, the name of your variable. So we're going to put, let's just call this text, and then we'll put it, and you put as, and then we put it as text. So that says dimension text as text. Now, if we go down here, and we put, let's see, sorry, one sec. We do dim text as, I forgot the name. Pretty sure it would be integer. String, sorry. Dim text as string. Okay, and then what you would do is you would do text. You do, now we need to set what is going to be inside this variable. So we would do text equals text box 2.text, and then we would do text box 1.text equals, and then we do text. So if we run this now, you see that it functions the exact same way. Whatever I type in here will be displayed in this box. Now, a variable is a tiny bit of information, or however big the information is, which is stored in, for instance, a cube. A little cube of memory inside the computer is stored. And the information in this is stored with a name. And then what this does is this sets what's going to be inside that bit of data, and this sets the actual data to occur. Now, if this wasn't here and we just put text equals textbox2, the computer would have no idea where to store the information because text doesn't exist. The variable name text is nowhere on the computer. So what we have to do is we have to set that bit of data to be on the computer, then we have to set what is inside that bit of data, and then we can call the data whenever we want. So I could use this anytime I want inside this. I think that's enough for today. It is the first one, so I won't go into much more. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Do tell me if these videos are clear enough. If you want any more information, you can contact me. I'll leave my email in the description. And thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to like the video, please. Thanks for watching.